Have you ever wondered how a supercharger works? Or perhaps you've heard the term thrown around in car enthusiast circles and found yourself curious about what it all means. Well, today we're going to delve into the fascinating world of superchargers, breaking it down in a way that's easy to understand, even if you're not a mechanical engineer. To begin with, a supercharger is an air compressor that increases the pressure or density of air supplied to an internal combustion engine. This gives each intake cycle of the engine more oxygen, allowing it to combust more fuel and do more work, thus increasing the power output. Imagine a runner. The faster they run, the more oxygen they need. In much the same way, a supercharger feeds an engine more air, allowing it to run more efficiently and powerfully. Output. The work of a supercharger begins with the crankshaft. Powered by the engine's crankshaft through a belt, gear, shaft, or chain, the supercharger spins at speeds up to 50 to 60,000 revolutions per minute, RPM. As it spins, it draws air in at a rate much faster than the engine could on its own. The air is then compressed and pushed into the engine's intake, from where it goes into the cylinders. The more air that the cylinders get, the more fuel they can burn, and the more power they can produce. There are primarily two types of superchargers: centrifugal and positive displacement. Centrifugal superchargers work by spinning an impeller at high speed to draw air into a small compressor housing. This air is then discharged into the engine at a higher speed and pressure. On the other hand, positive displacement superchargers operate by trapping a fixed amount of air and forcing or displacing it into the engine. They deliver a nearly fixed volume of air per revolution at all speeds. Now let's summarize what we've learned today. A supercharger is a device that forces more air into an engine, allowing it to burn more fuel and produce more power. It's powered by the engine's crankshaft, and it works by drawing in air, compressing it, and pushing it into the engine's intake. There are two main types of superchargers: centrifugal, which works by spinning an impeller at high speed to draw air into a compressor, and positive displacement, which works by trapping a fixed amount of air and forcing it into the engine. So the next time you hear about a supercharger, you'll know exactly what it is and how it works.